'Tis the gateway of the year, shortest day and darkest hour, praises as our newborn sun journeys back to its full power, and raise the song of solstice high through the wind and weather. Welcome Yule with frost and fire, and sing we all together.
Blessed be the darkness deep, all we learned there well worth knowing, as below the seed's long sleep nourished hope for springtide's growing.
Raise the song of solstice high through the wind and weather. Welcome Yule with frost and fire, and sing we all together. Troubles of the old year past, burning in the oaken fire, making way for greater gifts, glowing with our heart's desire, and raise the song of solstice high through the wind and weather. Welcome Yule with frost and fire, and sing we all together. Solstice high through the wind and weather. Welcome Yule with frost and fire, and sing we all together.
Merry meet and merry part, merry meet again. Strangers only at the start, now our friends until the end. And
raise the song of solstice high through the wind and weather. Welcome Yule with frost and fire, and sing we all together. Raise the song of solstice high through the wind and weather. Welcome Yule with frost and fire, and sing we all together.
So the chorus will go, fall, leaves fall, die flowers away, and you chant, fall the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day.
fall, leaves fall, die flowers away,
Fall the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day. the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day.
I shall smile when wreaths of snow blossom where the rose should grow.
Fall, die flowers away, all the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day. Fall, die flowers away, fall the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day.
I shall smile when nights decay, ushers in a dreary day.
Fall, leaves fall, die flowers away, fall the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day. Fall, leaves fall, die flowers away, fall the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day. Fall the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day. Fall the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day. Fall the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day. Fall the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day. Fall the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day. Fall the leaves and flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day. Fall the leaves.
Loud are the bells of Norwich, and the people come and go. Here by the Tower of Julian I tell them what I know. Ring out, bells of Norwich, and let the winter come and go. All shall be well again, I know. Love like a yellow daffodil is coming through the snow. Love like a yellow daffodil is lord of all I know. Ring out, bells of Norwich, and let the winter come and go. All shall be well again, I know. Ring for the yellow daffodil, the flower in the snow. Ring for the yellow daffodil and tell them what I know. Ring out, bells of Norwich, and let the winter come and go. All shall be well again, I know. All shall be well, I'm telling you, let the winter come and go. All shall be well again, I know.
stuna hia vet skafem utslag I kvivna glanna gianta da hun angabra när skiluna dani släduinda gra tar salast windon schli warja guia tradas was fui shukri fui hodam ja snareta yalla was securely kept when after the tempest the waves lay down and slept tar salast windon schli warja guia tradas was fui shukri fui hodam ja snareta yalla us to remember all the time securely kept when after the tempest the waves lay down and slept. Oh, give us light, direct our cause until our hearts renew. Let not the dark clouds shut out the stars from our view. In the bleak midwinter, frosty winds made moan. Earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago. Angels and archangels may have gathered there. Cherubim and seraphim throng the air, but his mother only in her maiden's bliss worship the beloved with a kiss. What can I give him, poor as I am? If I were a shepherd, I would give a lamb. If I were a wise man, I would do my part. What can I give him? Give him my Are you burning, little candle, high upon the Christmas tree, symbol of a new beginning, faith and hope and sweet release? Remind us of the children's faces full of wonder and surprise, of the laughter in their voices, the sweetness in their eyes, when they wake up in the morning with the feeling in their heart that there's joy in the air and they know that they're a part. Shine your light on me, little candle. Are you shining, little star, shining in the skies above? Lift us up into the heavens, symbol of the light of love. Are you spinning, little dreidel, spinning tales of long ago, spinning past the little candle? Tell us what we used to know.
Remind us of the children's faces full of wonder and surprise, of the laughter in their voices, the sweetness in their eyes, when they wake up in the morning with the feeling in their heart that there's joy in the air and they know that they're a part. Shine
watching little angel high above the Christmas tree. Angels all around the world, hear us as we pray for peace.
Remind us of the children's faces full of wonder and surprise, of the laughter in their voices, the sweetness in their eyes, when they wake up in the morning with the feeling in their heart that there's joy in the air and they know that they're a part.
Are you listening, little pine tree, silent midst the glistening snow, symbol of the forest stillness, deepest joy that man can know? Are you singing, little children, singing loud and strong and clear, singing all around the world? Sing it loud so we can hear.
Remind us of the children's faces full of wonder and surprise, of the laughter in their voices, the sweetness in their eyes, when they wake up in the morning with the feeling in their heart that there's joy in the air and they know that they're a part. Shine your light. Shine your light. Shine your light on me. A little candle, a little
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this virtual service honoring the dark and bringing back the light. Whether you've celebrated Winter Solstice for many years, you've never been to a solstice celebration before, or perhaps you're somewhere in between, you are welcome here. I'm Bruce, today's worship associate, and my pronouns are he, him, and his. This month, our theme for worship is stillness. And in the service this morning, we will be marking the winter solstice. I'm glad all of us are here together, taking advantage of the ways we can connect across distance and difference in community. Whether you're joining us live or watching this service after the live broadcast, I'm very glad you're here. I'd also like to welcome anyone who's joining us for the first or second time. Joanne Kim is our welcoming captain this morning and would be glad to answer your questions in the chat. Joanne will also be available during virtual coffee hour after the service. If you are watching live, you can log into Google to participate in the chat in real time. To help protect privacy, comments will not be available for later playback, but during the service they are very public. So please keep that in mind. Also, please note that the live chat has certain safety features to prevent disruptive comments, so you won't be able to post special characters or complete web addresses. American Sign Language interpretation is available in a separate Zoom room for those who are deaf or hard of hearing. If you need help finding that link, please ask in the chat or email vstechsupport@uucss.org to get the link. In a couple of minutes, we will share in our chalice lighting and the words of our congregational commitment. So now is a good time for you to get your chalice or a candle or even a flashlight so that you're ready when it's time for us to light our flames together. But first, we thank all of these people who have made this online service possible. Please join us in the words on your screen as we light our chalices and reaffirm our congregational commitment. May this light warm our hearts with love and caring, and guide us in the ways of truth. And now our congregational commitment. As we gather here for worship, we pledge ourselves to the endless search for truth, to the right of each to believe as mind, heart, and conscience dictate, to accept the responsibilities this freedom commands, and to implement our belief in the essential worth and dignity of every human being. May it be so.
Since what we choose is what we are, and what we love we yet shall be. The goal may ever shine afar, the will to reach it makes us free.
In each of the 4 weeks approaching Christmas, we've lit a candle in the Advent wreath. As Unitarian Universalists, we reclaim and reinterpret old traditions that are part of our heritage, as well as exploring new ideas. So far, we've lit candles for peace, hope, and joy. Today, we add a candle for love. I'm glad to welcome the Randall family to help lead us in lighting the candles.
Whether we are finding renewal among people who are special to us, or doing the work of justice, or repairing our relationships, our sacred sense of connection runs through it all.
Love is holy.
May our commitment to love bring us closer together across our divisions, and may love move us to healing ourselves and the world. We light the candles for peace, hope,
Help? No, don't blow. You want to help?
joy,
and
Love.
love.
Desmond Bob.
A single flame can warm a room. A single word can calm a fear. A single smile can lift a heart. A single touch can heal a wound. As the light replaces the darkness, let us rejoice together in its rebirth.
Children of the earth, we have come to sing to each other, sister to brother, songs of our mother earth.
Children of the earth, autumn soon will breathe her last breath, and quick will her death bear witness to winter's birth.
Children of the earth, can you feel the air getting cold as darkness takes hold and sleep covers Mother Earth?
Children of the earth, we have come to sit in the darkness, breathe in the silence, think of our Mother Earth.
Winter Solstice. So far this month of December, we have looked for wisdom from two of our faith's 6 sources. On the first Sunday of December, we explored the Christian Advent season of waiting for the birth of the baby Jesus and the realm of peace and justice he said was coming. Last Sunday, we marked Hanukkah, the Jewish festival of lights, recalling the brave Maccabees who marveled at the miracle of one day of oil that lasted the 8 days they needed to finish rededicating their temple and making new oil. This morning, we will be looking for wisdom in the pagan celebration of the winter solstice. The words winter solstice are the name for the one day all year when darkness of night lasts the longest and the daylight hours are the shortest. Do you remember way back last summer when it would stay light out, maybe even until past your bedtime? But tomorrow evening, the sun will set at about 4:45, the earliest it will go down all year. There are lots of stories from many pagan traditions about the winter solstice. In some stories, it is the fairies whose magic brings back the light and the warmth of the sun so that each day after the solstice sees more and more daylight. In other stories, it is the Oak King who conquers the Holly King and then reigns until midsummer. Susan Cooper of the Revels says it best. And so the shortest day came and the year died, and everywhere down the centuries of the snow-white world came people singing, dancing, to drive the dark away. They lighted candles in the winter trees, they hung their homes with evergreens. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive. And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight. This is the shortest day. As promise wakens in the sleeping land, they carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends, and hope for peace. And now, so do we, here, now.
I invite you now into a time of deep sharing and deep listening. If your heart is filled with joy or gratitude today, I hope you'll share why with us, because we want to rejoice with you. And if you are afraid, or if you're grieving, or if you're overwhelmed, I hope you'll share that too, because this community wants to help carry you through. During the music, if you're worshiping with us live, I invite you to type your joys or sorrows into the chat box, remembering that everything shared there is public during the live broadcast. In these uncertain days, we've all got a lot of joys and sorrows to share, so if you'd like a specific response, please email layministers@uucss.org and let them know that you could use some support. But you don't have to be a lay minister to reach out to someone whose joy or sorrow touches you today. So please make note of those people you may wish to call or send a card or an email to this week. And if you're watching this as a recording later, please take this time to hold in loving compassion all those in your own life and in our world who are in need, and to give thanks for the good things in your life. Let us now open our hearts to the joys and sorrows this gathered community has to share. Spirit of life, God of many names, source of love. We gather in this bright midwinter, grateful for the blessings we have been graced with. Help us to center ourselves this hour with our whole soul. May the spirit of this time bring us to a place of rest where rest is hard to find, and help us to find a place of action where inspiration has dwindled. We come together as a community to inspire one another for the ministry of hope, of love, of dedication. Mother of peace, take us by the hand and lead us as we travel through our days and years. May we be a beacon of compassion in a world that is so full of struggle. As yet another year comes to a close, may we reflect on the lessons that have come our way, change the things we must, and appreciate all that is good in our lives. Amen. Blessed be.
Dark of winter, soft and still, your quiet calm surrounds me. Let my thoughts go where they will, ease my mind profoundly, and then my soul will sing a song, a blessed song of love eternal. Gentle darkness, soft and still, bring your quiet to me. Darkness, soothe my weary eyes, that I may see more clearly. When my heart with sorrow cries, comfort and caress me. And then my soul may hear a voice, a still small voice of love eternal. Darkness, when my fears arise, let your peace flow through me.
Winter Solstice, the return of the light. Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun. Maybe because we are sun-loving diurnal primates, we seem to have a primal fear of the dark. However, if we do not give the dark its due, not only will we miss out on its gifts, it may show up in uncomfortable ways. Yes, here in our northern hemisphere, the wheel of the year is turning toward the light half. But it'll be February before we notice much change. We still have weeks of darkness ahead of us. Solstice means sun standing still. Before we rush ahead, let us give ourselves a moment to stand still. Seeds need dark and a period of rest and sometimes even cold to germinate. People are not so different. This year has had even more dark moments than most. We have an opportunity now to stop, to reflect, to rest, and to grieve. I invite you to join with me now to rest a moment in a still place within. Get comfortable and close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a breath. And now a slower one. Take a third breath, letting your exhalation be longer than your in-breath. Now, what are the top few things on your mind and heart? Imagine each one as a ball hovering in front of you. Imagine a string or a cord is attached to each ball. Pick one of the balls and pull on the string, and hand over hand, draw it close until it is inside your skull. Pick the next ball and do the same. Once inside, the balls merge. Repeat this until all the balls are inside and merged into a single big ball. Now, take a breath, and as you exhale, let the ball become smaller. If it was the size of a grapefruit, now it is the size of a tennis ball. Take another breath and feel the ball shrink again as you exhale. Now it is the size of a ping pong ball. Once more, and it is the size of a marble. Let the ball roll down your spinal cord, behind your throat, behind your heart, behind your solar plexus, until it comes to rest in your lower belly between your navel and your pelvis. Let your belly be soft. Feel how comfortable it is there. Just rest. Notice if there is some stillness, some quiet. Let your mind and your imagination stay there a bit. Just breathe, slowly and comfortably. When you are ready, open your eyes. Take a last deep breath. Tilt your head back and quickly blow your breath out towards the ceiling. This is a way of giving thanks for breath, for life, for spirit. The still place, the quiet, the dark. Anchor deep, grow strong.
The longest night of all the year, the dark is soft and holds you like a seed put down strong roots and wait till springtime calls you. Scorn not the dark, be not afraid. In mother's womb you were made. In quiet rest await the light. Give honor to the longest night. The longest night of all the year, the dark is soft and holds you like a seed put down strong roots and wait till springtime calls you. Scorn not the dark, be not afraid. In mother's womb were you made. In quiet rest await the light. Give honor to the longest night.
One way many people mark the winter solstice is with rituals of release, ceremonies to let go of whatever hasn't been serving them, so room can be made to welcome all that the new season of growing light will bring. In the first worship service in the new year, we will have the opportunity to think about how we want to begin 2021 and to imagine and set intentions for the year ahead. But before we can do that, there may be things we need to let go of, things we need to move beyond so we can focus on the new. Maybe there's a resentment or a grudge we've been holding on to that hurts us. Maybe there's a habit or a pattern of behavior that no longer really serves us that we'd like to leave behind. Maybe there is something only you can put words to that you need to release so that you can begin the season of growing light anew. With all of this in mind, I invite you into a time of reflection together. You can use this time to reflect by yourself, drawing or journaling if that's what helps you most. And all who wish to do so are invited to share with others in the chat. I now invite everyone into a ritual to release all of the things we've named that we no longer want to hold on to in the days of growing light. I invite you to say the words along with us as they appear on your screen. I release you from old promises.
I release myself from old promises.
From wishes and vows, public and private.
From wishes and vows, public and private.
From sorrows I may have caused you.
From sorrows others may have caused me.
Either in ignorance or with intent.
Either in ignorance or with intent.
By my acts of willfulness or neglect.
By their acts of willfulness or neglect.
Let us release. Let us empty ourselves fully of all that no longer serves.
I release myself and others, now and forever, of all lingering things from our past times that bring us pain.
In the greatest darkness,
The light is reborn.
out of winter's cold,
The light is reborn.
from our deepest fears,
Light is reborn.
when we most despair,
The light is reborn.
when all seems lost,
A light is reborn.
when the earth lies waste,
The light is reborn.
when animals hide, when the leaves are gone,
Light is reborn.
when the river is frozen, when the ground is hard,
The light is reborn.
shadows are fleeing, light is returning,
The light is reborn.
warmth will come again, summer will be here once more,
The light is reborn. Yay! Yay!
plants will grow again, animals will be seen once more,
The light is reborn.
green will come again, life will continue.
The light is reborn.
I now invite each and every person watching this service, whether live or at a later time, to make a financial offering to this congregation. Your offering today will help fuel the flame of this community and make our ministries and programs possible. But most importantly, making an offering will allow you to practice generosity, to contribute to a community that can do more good together than any of us can do alone. In addition to your regular weekly offering, I invite you to give generously to this month's special offering. Usually, we share our offerings with a partner organization who furthers our church's mission in the wider community. During this month of December, however, we have the opportunity to give generously to the minister's discretionary fund. With the monies of this fund, our minister can respond to urgent financial needs among members and friends in our church and wider local communities. Although this fund is not huge, and while the gifts administered from it are relatively modest, this is one small way the ministry of this church extends inside and outside of our walls. It's one small way our congregation reflects the love that holds us all. There are 3 ways you can make your financial gift to the congregation. The first is by downloading the Give Plus mobile app from Vanco to set up an account. The second way is to give by using your phone to text a message to 833-880 1363. And if the app and texting just don't work for you, the third way is to give by mailing a check directly to this church. If you'd like to make a contribution to the minister's discretionary fund, please do so by choosing the Fund in the Give Plus app or by indicating your contribution on the memo line of the check you write. All of the information you need for these three methods is on your screen now and will appear again toward the end of today's service. Every program, our different ministers, and all of the support, music, and fellowship of this congregation is made possible not because we attach a fee to all of what we do. It's all possible through our shared generosity. I hope you will join me in making an offering in thanks for all that UUCSS means to you. The offering will now be given and received with gratitude.
Anybody out there got drums?
When Jesus brought his light to earth, a star shone in the east, and wise men journeyed from afar to hail the Prince of Peace.
So let us all sing Jesus' name to light the winter's dark, and may his light grow brighter still with each new year we mark. When Moses brought his light to earth, his tribe from bondage led, in desert water from the rock, in wilderness sweet bread. So let us all sing Moses' name to light the winter's dark, and may his light grow brighter still with each new year we mark. When the prophet brought his light to earth, he reconciled his foes. When 4 clans raised the black stone high upon his holy clothes. So let us praise the prophet's name to light the winter's dark, and may his light grow brighter still with each new year we mark.
When the Buddha brought his light to earth, he saw beyond love and hate. He said to end all suffering, each mind must be awake.
So let us sing the Buddha's name to light the winter's dark, and may his light grow brighter still with each new year we mark.
When the lady brought her light to earth, she took us to her breast. Each fin and feather, hoof and horn, by her were brightly blessed.
So let us sing the lady's name to light the winter's dark, and may her light grow brighter still with each new year we mark. When we all brought our light to earth, we made it a better place. We loved and lost, yet loved again, and learned from our mistakes. So let us sing each other's names to light the winter's dark, and may our light grow brighter still with each new year we mark. So let us sing each other's names to light the winter's dark, and may our light grow brighter still with each new year we mark.
May the gifts we have given fuel the flame of our commitment, empower us to serve out our mission, and give the life we share the shape of truth, love, and justice.
Good morning. Thank you for being here today. My name is Robin Morlasky, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees of the UU Church of Silver Spring, My pronouns are she, her, hers. Our church is not only the organization that puts together these services. We're a vibrant community of volunteers and staff, a member of the Unitarian Universalist Association, and a part of the global UU denomination. Visitors are especially invited to join us for a virtual coffee hour after the service to learn more about us. Today, I have 3 announcements to share with you. The first is about Christmas Eve. Please join us for Christmas Eve service this coming Thursday, December 24th. The musical prelude will begin at 6:30 p.m. and service starts at 7. In one service, we will combine beloved traditions from both of our usual in-person services. The service is for people of all ages. This week's all-church email will include 2 different orders of service for Christmas Eve, one for adults and one for children. The second announcement is related about the holiday closure. Church office will be closed and all staff members will be on vacation beginning Christmas Day and ending after New Year's Day. If you have a pastoral care emergency during that week, you may contact the lay ministers and they can get in touch with Reverend Kristen if necessary. Mark your calendars for the second weekend of January. That is going to be the weekend of our annual leadership retreat. And this year, the leadership retreat is open to anyone who would like to participate. On Friday night, Reverend Kristen and Michael Holmes will be leading a workshop about imagining our shared ministry after the pandemic. On Saturday afternoon, Reverend Megan Foley from the UUA will lead a workshop about aligning our resources and energy with our goals as a congregation. The times and other necessary details for this weekend of learning and growing together will be shared in upcoming all-church emails. We hope to see you there. We give thanks for all the activities which enrich and enliven our lives. Thanks so much.
Deck the hall with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la, while I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la la la. Hail the new ye joyful masses, fa la la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la la.
Please join me in the words for our chalice extinguishing. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again.
May the restorative power of the darkest night and the gentle power of the growing light be in us and with us, now and always. Amen, and blessed be. Now, our worship has ended, and our service begins.
In summer we dream of the harvest, in winter we dream of the spring, in darkness we dream of the sunlight, painting the sheen on the dragonfly's wing. Youthful we dream of adventure, restless to start on the quest, flying the heights of ambition, aching with pride to be seen with the best. Wondering we dream of the answer, stranded we dream of the time, breathless we wait the arrival of the kiss that would waken the slumbering bride. Spin all your dreams on the wheel of the year, summer will come round again. Open your eyes and it's already here, freeing the fire that runs in our veins. Hungry we dream of the farmland, rich with the seed and the root. Thirsty we dream of the vineyard, sweet with the juice of the ripening fruit. Withered we dream of the greening, weary we dream of relief, shivering we dream of the sunlight, warming the face of each strawberry leaf. Spin all your dreams on the wheel of the year, summer will come round again. Open your eyes, it's already here, freeing the fire that runs in our veins. Nodding we dream of our young loves, of kisses bestowed in the rain, as rivers once frozen were melting, freeing the fire that ran in our veins. Spin all your dreams on the wheel of the year, summer will come round again. Open your eyes, it's already here, freeing the fire that runs in our veins. Spin all your dreams on the wheel of the year, summer will come round again. Open your eyes and it's already here, freeing the fire that runs in our veins. In summer we dream of the harvest, in winter we dream of the spring, in darkness we dream of the sunlight, painting the sheen on the dragonfly's wing, painting the sheen on each dragonfly